Welcome back to Google Earth. This week we are going to learn about how to add a path as well as how to make that path into a tour. So to start out, we need to find a starting location. And say we've been talking about the Civil War and we've been doing a lot of research and we came across the top 10 U.S. Civil War sites. So we want to go on a tour and we want to see these top 10 places. So we're going to start with number 1, Fort Sumter in South Carolina. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it into my search. And it's going to take me there. And now that I'm there, I'm going to make a place marker, and that's what we learned how to do last week. So I'm going to hit the place marker, and I'm going to name this Fort Sumter National Monument. Okay, and I'm going to say this is stop 1 on our top 10 U.S. Civil War sites. And I'm going to say okay. Now I have my starting location. Now I'm actually going to skip down to my ending location on my path and find it first, and then I'll show you how to create the path. So I'm going to copy there, go back to Google Earth, and paste it. You don't have to copy and paste. You can type whatever's easiest, most convenient for you. So now we're going to find it. And we're there. And remember, we can zoom in. And check it out a little bit more, but for today's purposes, I'm just going to find the location and mark it. So this is my ending location, our last location on tour. And we are in Virginia. Okay, so I have my starting and my ending location. So in order to make this into a path, I'm going to go to my starting location. To create a path on Google Earth, you click on the path plus sign. Once we click on the path plus sign, we are going to name it. And then we are going to add a description. So I'm going to add the locations we will be traveling to. Important thing you want to make sure that you don't do is click OK, because if you click OK, that will end your path. So I'm going to click on my first location, and it'll make a little green square, and then over here I'm going to search my second location. It's going to take us there, and once I'm at the second location, I'm going to click, and I'll put another green square that will become blue. You can see there's a line that is traveling from the first location to the next location. Then I'm going to search for my third location. And at each location I am putting a marker, a path marker. And then this last location should have my marker on it because that's my ending location. So I'm gonna scroll over here to my marker on my ending location, and I'm gonna put my last marker. Once I have created my last marker, I am now done with my path. In order to make your path into a tour, you can do so by saying, okay, you've finished your path. I still have all my lines here. And this right here is highlighted. You can see it has my top 10 U.S. Civil War sites. It's highlighted so I know that that's my path. And now that I've created my path, I can create a tour of my path. To do that, you click on your path and you want to make sure that your tour guide down here is down and not up, because if it's up, it'll block your record button. So you make sure your path is highlighted, click the little path play button, then you're going to save it, and you're going to name it whatever you want it to be called. Once you name it, say OK and play, and then it will take you from location to view your path on a tour. You can see now that I have it saved, it shows up right here. So if I want to watch the tour again later, I can easily do so by clicking on this tour button. I'm not going to play the whole tour because it is a very long tour. We're going to 10 different sites all across the U.S. But once you are finished with the tour, you can either pause it, have classroom discussion in between, and then continue playing it. So if you want to stop at each location and talk about how that battlefield looks or what monuments you can find, you can pause it. But let's say the tour is complete. You're completely finished and you want to close out. So once the tour is completely done, click this X right here, and it'll stop the tour. And then if you want to go back and watch it later, you just simply click here. So that's how you do Google Paths and tours in Google Earth.